We're waiting for Hales to join. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hi, Gorge.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going? What's up?
Going good inside as
Inside,
usual.
yes, staying safe inside, staring at the sun from inside.
Which is honestly really nice. Just staring out the window, enjoying. I've actually been outside a lot, which has been like outside in terms of like our property, which has been
Yeah.
really nice.
I saw Oscar as a meerkat today, which was the cutest.
We were in the car, like we just drove the car up to like the front of our driveway we were just going to look at something, and we brought Oscar in the car, and he was just like so like propped up on everything, and for some reason he like wanted to have both his hands like resting on like either my arm. He just looked like such a little meerkat, so it was
He's so cute. I love him. All right.
He does that. Hey, you're okay.
Shall we? Is that Oski?
Yeah. Hey.
Shall we start?
Yeah. So, do you want to let everybody know what kind of glam we're doing today?
Yes. So we are doing glam in sweatpants. So really, it's whatever you want. It's very hot today, so I'm not in sweatpants, but it's cold somewhere. So
I'm in sweatpants. Philly here. Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, and I'm also on strike from sweatpants.
I'm gonna put him in his bed because he's gonna keep barking if I don't.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Fair. Hi guys, how's everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. It's going to be fun. I'm just trying to get to. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I've never done this before, so please bear with me, everyone. So we're going to do some really cool stuff. Bare Minerals is an incredible line. It's super clean. Everything is really, really natural and good for your skin from the inside out. Really highly pigmented and just really wearable. And I think during this time, it's really important that we take care of our skin and that we take care of everything around us. So that goes with keeping clean beauty. So that's why I love Bare Minerals, and I know that's why Hailey loves Bare Minerals. It's just a really, really clean company, and everything that they make is just like the best quality. Wouldn't you say, Hales?
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you wanted to start with like a moisturizer. I'm clean, bare skinned right now, just like wash my face. So.
Yes. So I know that we both love the Pureness collection. Yeah. This is a really great moisturizer. It's super light, so it's really good under makeup or for daytime. I find I like to even layer it sometimes. If I'm not wearing makeup, I'll just add another layer like halfway through the day just so I feel really like moisturized, personally. Hales, are you there?
People kept saying that I had bad connection, so I don't know if this is better. I just shut my Wi-Fi.
It looks better, but the sound maybe is a little chopsies. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'll let people it's more clear.
We're gonna put our moisturizer on. Okay. So little bits. Hailey's really good at her own makeup, PS, so this is gonna be really easy. She teaches me sometimes. And sometimes she'll just pick up the brushes and do someone else's makeup, which is my favorite. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
You can't hear me at all?
Oh, okay, now I can. Maybe you just didn't talk. I don't know. Perfect. And I think it's really important that when you are putting moisturizer on before your makeup, that you're not too heavy and not too rough, which is why we both do a lot of this tapping. You want to set it into the skin, but not like roughly. You want it to just kind of softly blend in so that everything else is really cohesive with it.
Soaks into your skin better when you press it too.
Correct. You got little pores. You got to push it in. Push. Okay, so next, should we go into our all-time favorite complexion rescue stick?
Yeah, so what I want to say about this is that my skin tone right now is a little like, especially on my face, a little lighter than usual because obviously I haven't been in the sun.
Yeah.
It's warm here, so I have to mix two different colors, and that for me is buttercream and natural.
And I'm currently going to use Natural 5 as well.
Oh,
Natural 5. Are you 5 or
5,
4?
yes.
5. Okay, perfect. So this is a really
Okay.
great brush that we actually love. It's a smoothing face brush. Yes. It's really, really great brush. It's really blendable. I like to just be really sanitary and not go straight on the face. So I'm going to load my brush up.
I'm starting with the lighter one, which is
Perfect.
I have a little mirror right here, so that's why if you
Yeah,
catch me.
same. Gonna do the same right here. So I always start in the middle of the face because you want to get the most coverage really right there. And especially if you're starting with a lighter color, you typically want to start in the middle anyways, because that's where you're going to want it to be the brightest.
Actually, the more I'm putting this on, the more I'm thinking I maybe won't need to mix the two, but we'll see. I always add a darker one of the Complexion Rescue Stick anyway as a bronzer. I use it as my bronzer. So, but that's like a much
You've been using this foundation for so long, and Hailey actually introduced me to this, and it's literally the most beautiful foundation. It's made with water, or it's water-based rather, so it's really good for your skin. And it does have SPF in it, but we always say add SPF at any time, with or without your makeup, or both. Even if you're indoors, it's important to wear sunscreen, by the way. You just want to keep your skin really safe.
I always tap my face makeup in with my fingers because I feel like it helps.
It for sure. You have like warmth in your skin, so it's good. It just kind of sets things in a little bit. And what's cool about this stick too is that it's not just a foundation. You could use this just as a concealer or as a spot treatment. You can just have it in your purse for touch-ups. Like, it's literally an all-around fantastic product. So I highly suggest this. Perf. It's called the Complexion Rescue Stick from Bare Minerals. Here we go. What is it? Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick. Yeah, lots of words. Okay.
Remember me trying to do.
I feel like I've got a good coat going on mine. How about you?
I'm almost there. I hadn't gotten to my forehead yet, but
Nice.
here's the thing that I feel like sometimes with face makeup is like, you know, when you get up into like the hairline, see how it looks a little bit like too light for around here? That's where I'll go. That's
why it's nice to have the warmth. Yes.
Yeah, where I'll go in with like bronzer and even out that stuff.
Well, like for example, there's this other shade, Terra 8.5, and this one is quite a bit warmer. So you could always go in with something like this, just around the hairline and maybe under the neck. So it kind of works as like a bronzing contour. Should we try a little bit of that? Should I use a little bit? Show you guys. So I'm going to just take a little bit of it and I'm going to start to kind of warm up areas. What do you think, Hales?
That's what I do. And if I'm doing my face makeup on a daily basis, I darker.
Yeah, I just think why add too many extra things when you have one really great product that's so good for your skin? So
yeah, I take it into my cheeks and I go up my cheekbones, up in like to like where my hairline.
Yep, right through here.
Do a little here, down into the
I think you and I think we work so well together because you're not into that like heavy contoury baking look.
No. I like to bake like under my eyes, which you got like that one time that I was like, can I bake under my eyes? You were like, what?
I was like, excuse me?
Because it was not something that I've like always done until
She's never once asked me for that. And then I was like, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Zeneca knows that I also don't enjoy a lot of concealer under my eyes that's really white. Like, I don't like bright concealer. I want like the tiniest bit. So the reason I like baking powder sometimes is because I feel like it gives you that extra little like bright situation under here, but without a lot of concealer.
Yeah, you just have to be mindful of what you use. And that's obviously with any product. You don't want to use too much of anything. speaking of concealer, are we going to use this one? The Bare Skin?
I'm just trying to get that final little blend into my
Get it,
hairline.
girl. That's why this, by the way, this brush is so good because you don't really need a lot of product. It just kind of will continually buff. And I love that.
I'm just also
definitely
like
one who does that.
here's when I do my makeup, so I'm like always adding hands and stuff in there.
I would say for my own makeup, especially, I like to use my fingers for concealer. I feel like it just like gets really warm into the eye. On my clients, I obviously use like brushes or beauty blenders, but I feel like with especially something like really warm and yummy like these, it's really good to use a finger, and then you can kind of get your priming going and everything.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I'm gonna use the light
and I'm gonna use medium because I was in the sun. So I'm gonna do a little boop, 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 and a little boop and a boop.
I love the consistency of this concealer because it's not super thick and it goes on so nice.
Agree. It just feels like skin. And I like to use it as a primer on the lid too.
The serum concealer, it's so good.
That one's amazing. Built into it. Oh.
Yes, this one is that one.
It's this one?
Yeah, this is the serum concealer.
Oh. Well, there's other products that have different serums in it too that they have. Yeah. They have the eyebrow. I mean, how pretty is this concealer? And I'm just going to take what's left on my finger and go under wherever we had done that warmer foundation just to give a little bit of brightness. And then always around the nose, like nostrils, around the sides of the mouth. It's just a nice little brightness. And then I always finish off by like doing it under the lash, like wah, wah. It's been kind of nice to not wear a whole lot of makeup.
I have not been wearing, unless I've had to do something where I've like gone on live with people or whatever. Bare face, which has been so nice. And
same. Love it. We'll never not wear makeup for this long ever again, so let's enjoy it.
Just like pull when you do under eye anything like eye cream or eye, you're only ever supposed to
tap. So, and your ring finger is your most gentle finger. Ooh. So you cannot hurt yourself. You'll feel the difference by using that finger over another finger. It's kind of crazy.
So do you think that, how do you like to go about baking under the eyes? Do you put it on and then go in and do your eyes while it's sitting there?
So it depends on the look. Like if we're doing a heavy eye or if I'm doing anything intricate that I need a little extra time, then yeah, I would probably bake. I'd leave a little loose, translucent underneath the eyes just for that time period. But then sometimes when I'm doing a really, really natural look, I'll just do a dust of loose powder at the end and set it that way.
So let's do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I don't think, because we don't
need to bake.
For sweatpants, you know? We don't
Yeah. I'm only baking cookies in my sweatpants. I'm not baking my face.
Not baking my face.
No.
Okay, so what do you want me to start with next?
Should we do some, which one?
I have my palette open already.
You want to do, same. Okay, we'll go back and finish highlighting and stuff after. So this is the Neutral Eyeshadow Gen Nude. These palettes are fantastic. They're really, really great. They're so creamy. They're really high pigmented. They stay on beautifully, and you get a really large variety. Each palette comes with 6 shades, and there's rose, there's copper, there's neutral, there's latte. So you've got options, and I think that they're really lightweight and great for your bag. And you can also use the highlighters as highlighters on your face. So they're kind of just like a good, easy thing to use. So what brush should we start with?
I have the Expert Shadow Liner brush.
I think I have that one right here. Jesus. Sorry. Are you there? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take this Expert Shadow and Liner brush. It's a double-ended brush, so you've got the angle on one side and then you've got the regular on this side. So let's start by taking Believer on the lid. Does that sound good?
Okay. Believe. Yeah.
Believer. And I'm tapping because I always like to tap. And what's cool with these shadows, which I love, is you can literally use one dip into the palette and just tap it in and use what's left on the brush to just kind of softly blend it up. So pretty. Bare Minerals makes some great shadow palettes in general.
They totally do.
They've,
Like the
they've,
what's the one with the rose palette?
the rose one is beautiful. So pretty this color is. And look at this. That's pretty.
Nudie.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, so now let's take a blending brush. Do we have the blender?
I have the diffuse one.
Perfect. Use
I don't
that
know
one. Use that one. Let's take a little bit of sandstone, the lighter tone, and just dust that just like right above and under the brow bone. Just for a little extra highlight. And then I go over it and then maybe a little in the tear duct just to give a little bright. And like you could leave this and just do mascara and be done, or you could take one of the darker colors and shade it out.
I might do a little bit of, I like that native color.
Yes, I love that one. This one, you want to do that in the crease?
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of that in the crease.
Cute. So with that, you just take a little dip, dip, dip for everyone watching and just slightly tap it in and then blend out whatever's left.
Am I crazy that when I'm doing eyeshadow and I dip it in, I blow on the brush, I go, because I try to get all the...
You always do that. No, I do this. I do this. Everyone's got their thing. You could tap it on this. But yeah, you do blow. When you're doing yourself, that's fine. I mean, I wouldn't be blowing on any of my brushes when I'm working, obviously. But when you're at home, do your damn thing, you know?
I think what I'm going to do too, put a little tiny bit of the native with the other brush underneath my...
And I'm gonna use the Indie, the darker one. So let's see the difference with the angle side of this brush.
Yeah, let me use the other one.
Yeah. Look how cute. And I'm gonna just pull it out just ever so slightly because you know I'm a wing girl. But I'm gonna do it just from the bottom. And what's cool is like you could just take whatever's left on these brushes and just blend out whatever was on there. And I like that. That's pretty. I love it. Hi, Maeve. She just said hi.
Yay! Hi, Maeve.
Yay. Fam. Cute. I like that on you. That looks so pretty.
Yeah, these are my favorite kind of colors because I also think that they're, you know, obviously certain colors in makeup makes certain eye colors pop, and I always think these kinds of tones for me make the green and
anything that's got warmth or any sort of like plum or purple or merlot or rust, anything in that sort of family will always make browner eyes look a little bit brighter. So I love that.
just kind of blending it with my finger a little bit.
Uh-huh. These are pretty, huh? You know me, I only do red lips usually and eyeliner, so this is a nice change for dental. This is what?
So this is a new world for you.
A whole new world. Whole new world. I'm like Ariel. I'm like Ariel from Little Mermaid. That's pretty. What do you think? Are you pleased with yours?
I'm pleased with mine. And the reason I'm not going to go any further is because we're really trying to show like what would be a chill sweatpant
Right.
glam.
Right. This would probably the most on the eyes. Just some mascara is needed, and I believe
Yeah,
that would
agreed.
be
And then
our
we're
next one. So they have Bare Minerals makes amazing mascara. There's Lashtopia. Whoop, whoop. There's also
I'm gonna,
Love Every Lash. Are we gonna do Lashtopia?
yeah, I like the thicker brush on this one.
Same.
I mean, they're
So,
both great. They're both, but I prefer like a thicker brush
so
situation.
when I do mascara, I start at the root and then I do a shimmy, shim, shim all the way up, and then I start to separate. Also, which most people probably don't know, Hailey's really into doing mascara. So
Yeah, I don't like other people
typically
do.
I give her the brush to use because she is so good at separating and making everything look really smooth and not chunky.
Got a little mascara on my eye. I also just have a thing about people like poke, like I get scared people are gonna poke me because
Poke
it's
you?
probably.
Yeah, for sure. Nobody
And
wants
when
to be poked.
I don't really let people curl my lashes because I think it's. I put myself in so many positions. This is why I don't let people curl my lashes because I'd put
They've
myself
been
in so
snipped
many
and snapped.
goes to do it and they're like, "Is that good?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then they clamp down, my eyes water because it was like in the
No.
wrong spot.
And by the way, that hurts for like hours.
Yeah, it's not fun. So I just decided I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask people from now on if I can just do it myself.
I always ask people if they prefer to do it because it is a personal thing, you know. Not everybody's like trying to have someone in your eye like that.
True, it is a little bit of a personal space bubble.
Yeah.
You have somebody like really in your area. So.
Yeah, I understand it. That's why I always ask because I just never know.
Well, I think that's considerate.
Yeah. I think about it if I was getting my makeup done, I'd want someone to ask me. But I'm also so particular about everything, so cute. I love this mascara. It's so great.
Me too. I always put a little on the bottom. I feel like not everybody is a bottom.
I agree. Not everyone likes it. I love it.
I
I've
just do a
also
little bit
only
though.
I've only dipped my brush twice this whole time and look at how much came out of that. That's wonderful. I love. And yes, this is safe for contact lenses or anything. So you can totally use this. Anyone can use this. Wonderful item. Okay, should we do a little bit of brow?
Okay, so here's the thing is that because I've been in quarantine for so long, my brows are like
Same.
so,
Brows have filled in.
and I'm not
So
gonna fill them because
let's just
I
groom.
leave them, so I'm just gonna brush them up.
Same, because mine have gotten very full as well. If I feel like I need to do anything, I will. But I do feel like mine are like double the size they were before. At no time would I have ever allowed
When
my
I get,
eyebrows to grow this long.
I know, mine are. I think I'm gonna leave. I actually like it.
It looks great. I love a good full brow, even if you've got little climbers at the bottom. But in the meanwhile, the Brow Master is a fantastic brow pencil. It's double-sided. It comes in a variety of colors, and it's just a really good sculpting color. So I'm using coffee on mine if I have any areas to fill in. Otherwise, we can just groom these with these, and that's always lovely, bubbly,
Yeah, I'm gonna just
pretty,
leave now.
cute. Okay, let's just do a little highlight and a little bit of like a natural gloss and be in our sweatpants and eating popcorn.
A little bit. I might go into a little bit of a cheek
Do it.
because I really like the Bounce and Blur blush. Oh my god! Remember when we were shooting that? I was like Bounce and Blunt,
Blah
blunt.
blah blah. Could not sort it out. No, they were like, should
The
we write it down?
blush because it's like this amazing. Like you press down and it's like
Yeah,
this little cushion.
it's no joke. It feels like a little puff. It
And
bounces.
I'm gonna do it with my finger because I like to be conservative with the blush. I don't like a lot, but
And
I like a.
I'm gonna try to use something a little different. I'm gonna use the Bare Pro Glow Highlighter Luminous, and this is the color Whimsy, and this is actually what I used on you for Met Ball last year. that everybody just died over, and it was stunning. This was one of the 2 products I used. So I'm going to show you guys, just because I've been getting a lot of questions on my Instagram, and what this heavenly thing was. So you shake it up really well. These actual highlighters come in so many colors, and Hales loves these too. You can attest to it.
That is joy.
Yes, you can use these mixed into your makeup. You can use them by themselves. You can just do toppers. You can do anything with these. They're fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix joy with my blush because it's like a
Cute.
pretty. Everyone's always asking like, "Oh, what do you do to make your skin glow?" And I always add like highlighter into my blush on my actual cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Take it up into.
They're just really workable, and they don't like pick up and transfer the rest of your makeup, and they stay on beautifully, and they just photograph so pretty. So just on the nose.
These are called the Bare Pro Glow. These are the
Pro
highlighters.
Glow. Pro Glow. And there's a slew of colors, so I do recommend everybody to check those out. So on top of this beautiful highlight that I had done on Hailey last year, there's Whimsy that also comes in the Endless Glow highlighter, which is the powder highlighter. So I'm going to just take a little bit of that with the diffused highlight brush, and I'm just going to do that.
I'm going to take the other Bare Pro Glow that's called Free. That's what I'm going to use up in my cheekbones.
You love that.
Love this color.
I added many layers of this, obviously, to get that intense shine, but you can already see how pretty that is. And you can use these on your eyes, on your cheeks, on your décolletage, on your shoulder blades. They're just really pretty. Blend, blend, blend. Pretty.
These are easy to apply. They're not really, they're not too thick.
No.
And to, you know, this is like a sensitive area of the face too. When it's too thick and you have to.
Exactly. Did you use the Mauve Sunrise blush?
I used, yes, I did. Mauve
You did,
Sunrise.
right? I will use Coral Cloud, which is a little more peach, and I'm going to use it with a brush, even though you could do it with your hands. And I'm just going to take it and do a little tap, 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 tap.
I'm going to put a little glitter right on my Cupid bow.
Yep. That extra shine. I always take a little blush on my nose. Perfect. That's so cute. Cute. Should we do a light dust of powder and then be done with our face and eyes and just put some lips on?
So I'm going to use the brush. Flawless Face Brush. And the original Mineral Veil, which is the product that I have known about and used for the longest time. Mom used to use it.
Oh yes, your mom did use. Your mom's a big fan of Bare Minerals.
Very much so. So I'm gonna like tap it under my eyes, kind of.
Brush that Hailey's using is probably one of the best brushes ever made. It works amazing for powder, bronzer, blush, anything. It's to die for. So I highly suggest that brush for life.
Little powder at the end of all.
Different one.
Basically, like I photograph shiny.
Yeah.
Which would be a little bit in here.
T-zone.
My eyes, and then like right in the crease of my nose right here. That drives me nuts.
And also for everyone watching, just so everyone knows, like the areas that when you heat up naturally, like this area heats up on your warmth, sweat, redness, etc. So it's always good to do T-zone, and then make sure you always do around the nose. And since we're all on our...
If you were doing like a full baking situation and a full contour situation, if we were going to contour my nose and then bake everything and bake down the nose of the eyes, it would be be a different situation, but we're not doing that because this is
Yeah.
sweatpant.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so I'm powdered and I'm feeling really good about everything. How about you?
That's the best powder. Honestly, I have to say it's the best.
I agree. I agree, hands down.
So
Should we do a
lip.
gloss?
Yes, I'm really into all the Gen Nude glosses, and I have a plethora of them in front of me right now.
Yeah.
I have a lipstick that I love these,
The Mineralist.
the Mineralist. Sorry,
These are the most hydrating lipsticks on earth.
they're the best, and I just want to put that out there. I'm not going to use it today because I didn't have the color I really wanted to use with me in Canada. Yeah. But I have the Bare Pro lipstick. That's this one.
Oh, those are amazing, actually.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put a little bit like this, and I'm just gonna like tap a tiny bit. Lips, because if you look at the color of my actual lip,
yeah,
and then this color, it's the same exact, like the same.
So it's just gonna enhance your.
And typically, if we were doing a heavier glam, I would put a liner if we were doing like a carpet or
same. So I'm putting a little of the Mineralist one, which is a little brighter and lighter than what I would usually wear because I'm typically a red girl. But this will just give my lip the illusion of fullness so that when I'm on my next Zoom call or group FaceTime with Hailey, Maeve, and Flo, I look cute.
Played heads up.
Mm-hmm. We do play heads up. Are we doing a certain color? Because I have here. Or a
Which
legit.
one do you have?
I have Girl
You have
Boss
Too Legit or what?
Girl Boss.
Let's do
Girl Boss. Okay. These are amazingly hydrating and beautiful as well, by the way.
I don't know if I'm like crazy, but I think they smell amazing.
They smell delicious. And they have a beautiful wear. Look at that. I don't typically wear gloss, so this is really pretty. Have you ever seen me wear lip gloss, heels?
Probably not. Maybe just lip balm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so weird seeing you without like.
I know.
On your mouth.
Who is she? She is not Dendal. This is so strange. It's so weird, huh?
So I tap my gloss like a thick layer, and these are the best.
Yeah, when you do this, it'll give it more natural. And then a little trick that makeup artists use on set a lot is if you last minute want like a dewy cheek or a dewy eye, taking a little bit of your gloss on your hand.
That.
Never mad at that at all. And then like that. And then you have like a little perf. How pretty. You look gorgeous and natural. Caller ID, and I have to keep taking it off. Hello. You look beautiful. Hello. I feel very fresh.
I do too. So this is, chill at home.
This is the stay at home. It's going to be natural. Oh my God, Den really needs to figure out how to do this live thing. Okay. You look beautiful, Hales. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, but I do
miss your watching this. This was really miss touching your little face and making it just even more pretty than it is. But thank you for doing this with me, and thanks Bare Minerals. You guys make the most amazing. Excited and grateful to use such clean makeup.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was fun for us to do. We were talking about our different products and what we were going to do for the last 2 days. So we were both excited to do this. Hope you enjoyed it, and we hope that you try this tutorial for your next Zoom meeting.
We do. Yeah, try it. And you know what? Go and play around, tag us in your looks, let us see what you guys have been doing, and let's all love our skin and our beauty and make it really easy and fun. And we hope you guys tried this look. Tag us. We want to see whatever you guys create. And don't forget there's
Yeah.
a discount code, Hailey. Love you, Hale.
All right. I love you.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.